We have a lot of du'as. There are, in a hadith, there are 4 main du'as reported, authentic ones. Uh, in the Hisnul Muslim book that we are covering after Fajr, this is the first one. And this is very famous as well. The 2 of them are very famous. First is this. This is very beautiful dua. If you read the meaning of this, you can read Arabic, but let me just read quickly the English one. O Allah, forgive and have mercy upon him, excuse him and pardon him, and make honorable his reception, expand his entry, and cleanse him with water, snow, ice, and purify him of a sin as a white robe is purified of filth. Exchange his home for a better home, and his family for a better family, and his spouse for a better spouse, in Jannah that is. Admit him into the garden, protect him from the punishment of the grave and the torment of the fire. So what is left? You got everything. In fact, the Sahabi, his name was Auf ibn Malik. He was listening to this dua when Prophet was making this dua, and he was like, oh man, I wish I was that dead person. I wish I got all this dua from him, because Prophet ﷺ, if he makes dua, he's going to get accepted. SubhanAllah. So this is the best dua that you can do. But this is the one that I memorized, the second dua. It's short, it's easy, it's very easy to memorize even. So we should memorize this one. We should. Maybe next week I should listen from people. It's a homework for next week. We have to pray Janazah prayer, We have to know how to make this dua. This is the easiest of all, and this is very good dua. Why? Because you see, in the previous dua, if you notice, it's only talking about the deceased, right? You are not mentioned anywhere here, or nobody else is mentioned. It's all about deceased. This dua, even though first has very good wordings and so on, this one includes everything. Allahumma aghfir li hayyina wa mayyitina wa shahidina. You can read it, it's in the book, but look at the meaning, focus on the meaning. O Allah, forgive our living and our dead. So you are included as well, and the deceased as well. Those present and those absent. Young, old, males and females, everybody forgiveness. O Allah, whom amongst us you keep alive, then let such a life be upon Islam. And whom amongst us you take unto yourself, let such a death be upon faith or iman. O Allah, do not deprive us of his reward, and do not let us stray after him. What's the meaning of this? Do not deprive us of his reward. Talking about his reward, and how should we be deprived? How will we be deprived? So the thing is, if the person dies, we are supposed to do what? We're supposed to be patient. When we are praying, we are hoping for what? We are hoping for that qiraat of rewards that we talked about last time, right? The mountains of rewards. So we are hoping, praying to Allah that, oh Allah, we are being patient, we are putting trust in you, and we're trying to face this affliction. So reward us for that, and also the promise, the qiraat of praying the janazah prayer itself, give us that as well. And let us not stray after him. Meaning that you're praying now, you have good iman, that's why you're praying now. But after this, may Allah protect everyone. That's what you're saying, dua. And there are other duas as well, but I think this dua we should memorize. This is the easiest one, and if you can memorize both, it's the best. This is very good dua. But dua 2, inshallah, next week we will listen from few brothers. Inshallah. And if somebody doesn't have a copy, I can give this copy. We have to learn at least one dua. That's important for the kifaya. Alright, this fourth one also, it's there in Hisnul Muslim. Don't have time to go over all of them. And this one, Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu anh, he used to make this dua whenever it was a child. O Allah, make him a preceding reward, a prepayment, and a recompense for us. So telling, making dua for parents as well, that they be patient for the loss, and may Allah reward them, and so on. In the case of a child, the account of sins and good deeds, there's no sins for that child. So, the forgiveness and everything doesn't really apply to him. But if you make dua, it goes to the parents, and we should add these phrases and this dua. It's good if you memorize this as well. So what to do in case of multiple bodies? If we have multiple bodies, we mentioned that how it should be kept in the order. first the male and then finally the females. So is it better to pray one by one, or should we combine everything? So according to Imam Nawawi, he said that the best thing to do is to pray individually, but even if you pray together, that's fine as well. Because he said that you are specifically praying for that person, so that's why it is better. And then what if we are praying nawafil prayer, right? You started praying something and then all of a sudden people start they're starting janazah prayer. Should you break your voluntary prayer, or should you continue praying until you finish it and later join them? The same thing with tawaf. Should you stop doing tawaf? The scholar said that no, you should not stop, you should complete it. Compare this to the fourth prayers, the obligatory prayers. If the iqama is being said and if the imam is starting, then you have to cut off your prayer, you have to break it, because fard is more important than the sunnah, the nawafil. So you have to finish it up. And then same thing, if the fourth prayer has already started, and then the nawafil prayer should not be continued. It should be cut off in the middle, and the people should join the imam. Because the fourth prayer following the imam takes precedence over the nawafil prayer. Alright. What if you join late? For example, we said that there are 4 takbirs, so you were like rushing and you came, and then the imam is like doing the third takbir. So how should you forget the first 2 takbirs, or should you make it up later on? So here's a little bit you have to remember, that the scholar said that you have to do takbirs with the imam, but however the sequence should be met what you recite. So you have to recite with first again Surah Al-Fatiha. Maybe imam is making the dua, the last one, but so you have to recite Surah Al-Fatiha first, and later on make dua for yourself after the imam makes taslim. You have to make sure, however, that you have to complete your prayer before the deceased is taken from the spot in front of you. You have to finish it before. And also the scholars say that if you enter the masjid and the salah is going on for janazah prayer, should you pray your fourth prayer first if you haven't prayed, or should you join the janazah prayer first? What should you do? So the scholars said again that you can join the fard kifaya, because if you pray fard ayn, then you will probably miss your fard kifaya and all the rewards and so on. So it is okay, but however they said if you are going to miss your fard, if there's maybe few minutes left for the time is going to end, and so you have to make sure that you pray your fard ayn on time. This is fard kifaya either way, so even if you don't pray, you're not accountable. So even if you came and you lost all the 4 takbirs and the imam makes taslim, what should you do then? You missed the janazah prayer, you missed the whole thing. What can you do now? As we said last time, based on all the evidences and all the hadith that we quoted, you still have an opportunity to go to the grave after the burial, and you can pray janazah prayer at that spot. Not in the graveyard, but you can pray at the specific grave. That we have many hadith about that, authentic hadith. Prophet did it, so that is allowed. That's no problem. But again, whenever we pray janazah prayer, the deceased has to be in front of you, except for the salatul ghaib that we said. But if you're late and the bear is not in front of you, then you lost the chance basically.